Edward Sterling had it all. Wealth unimaginable, a penthouse overlooking Manhattan, a fleet of sports cars, yet a profound emptiness gnawed at his soul. The silence of his opulent apartment spoke volumes. Edward was surrounded by people who craved his wealth, not his company. He attended gala dinners where conversations revolved around stock prices and acquisitions. The more he amassed, the emptier he felt. Driven by this yearning, he decided to leave it all behind, to venture into the world, not as Edward Sterling, the billionaire, but as Edward, a man searching for his soul. The decision was as terrifying as it was liberating. He packed a single bag, leaving behind the tailored suits and bespoke shoes. Stepping out of his penthouse, he hailed a normal yellow cab. The city, usually a blur of ambition and indifference, seemed different. He chose a small town nestled amidst rolling hills, a stark contrast to the concrete jungle he left behind. Renting a modest room above a bakery, he woke to the aroma of freshly baked bread, a simple pleasure that filled him with unexpected joy. The pace was slower, more deliberate, allowing him to savor the small moments, the sunrise over the hills, the sound of rain against his window pane, the laughter of children playing in the park. The initial days were a harsh awakening. He had never cooked a meal, washed his clothes, or worried about paying bills. Yet, he learned. He learned to cook simple meals, the aroma filling. He learned to do his laundry, marveling at the magic of soap and water. He got a job at the local bookstore, surrounded by the comforting silence of countless stories. Became a friend and mentor. She saw past his awkwardness, recognizing a kindred spirit searching for meaning. He met Sarah, a single mother who worked as a waitress at the local diner, sharing stories and dreams. The man who had once measured success in dollars and cents found himself drawn to the simple rhythms of this new life. He learned the value of a hard day's work, the satisfaction of a job well done. He found joy in the smallest of things, a shared meal with new friends, a walk in the woods, the quiet contentment of a day spent reading. He discovered a passion for woodworking, the feel of rough wood transforming under his hands into objects of beauty. He spent hours in his small workshop, the scent of sawdust and the rhythmic thud of the hammer his new symphony. He gifted his creations to his friends, finding immense satisfaction in their genuine delight. The emptiness that had haunted him for so long began to recede, replaced by a sense of belonging he had never known. His friendship with Sarah deepened with time. He found himself drawn to her warmth, her resilience, and the quiet strength with which she faced life's challenges. He admired her dedication to her daughter, the way her face lit up at the mention of her name. He saw the world through her eyes, recognizing the beauty in the ordinary, the extraordinary in the everyday. He loved her honesty, the way she challenged him to be a better man, to see the world with open eyes and a compassionate heart. Their love story wasn't a whirlwind romance, but a slow, steady burn. It was built on shared meals, whispered secrets, and stolen glances across a crowded room. It was in his gentle touch, the way he held her as if she were the most precious thing in the world, that she knew she had found something rare and true. Years later, sitting on the porch of a cozy cottage, the scent of honeysuckle filling the air, Edward looked back at his life with a sense of profound gratitude. He had traded the sterile grandeur of his penthouse for the warmth of a loving home, filled with laughter and the aroma of freshly baked cookies. His life was no longer defined by the pursuit of wealth, but by the richness of his relationships. He had found love, not in the glittering ballrooms of his past, but in the cozy confines of a local diner. He had discovered purpose, not in boardroom meetings, but in the quiet satisfaction of a day spent woodworking, in the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones. He had learned that true happiness wasn't a destination but a journey, best traveled with open eyes, an open heart, and a willingness to embrace the simple joys of life. He was Edward Sterling, no longer a billionaire, but a man truly rich in spirit.